Testing, testing. All right, let's see what all we got going on here. Let me, I think I'm having a, okay, we're good. Cool. All right, let me figure out, while I'm figuring all this out, let me figure out how to share the stream real quick. There we go. I have no idea, not no idea, I did try, but I am not confident that the audio is set up correctly, so let me know in chat or in the comments if there's things that are obviously wrong or could be improved. All right, allow me to do one thing. I am going to step away from this screen for 1 sec. Testing on the mic. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. I think we need to increase that a little bit. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. That might not be loud enough still, but we'll see as we go. I'll be right back. That's about all we need out of our clan boss, Keon Brutal. What's up, Rogue? Welcome. See what we got in Soul Merchant. Probably nothing interesting enough to go grind stupid Iron Twins, if we're being honest. Might do Doom Tower in a little bit. Let's use some arena tokens. Five seconds. That's tough for somebody. God love Magnar. Put decreased attack on him and doesn't affect him at all. It's one of the best things about him. Gonna do some shard pull, kind of a mini one, but might get a void legendary, which would be very exciting. And I have like 7 of the mini soul stones, which, I mean, there's something to pull. I don't expect from the minis to get anything for sure that's amazing, but we could get lucky. That's just unfortunate for her. Bullying for the The one-man defense points. Arena medals. Kind of wanting the emphasis for the stream and maybe most streams on this channel to be answering early game and mid game players' questions rogue. So if you have any, you don't have to make any up, but if you have any, hit me with them. See if we can get you some answers. This is too magic, but it'll probably work out alright unless we get really unlucky with Ugo. How are they so tanky? Or they weren't. Oh, okay. Never mind. They weren't tanky at all. They were so not tanky that freaking Kymar and Kimmy had them at half health. It's crazy. If only Magnar ignored Unkillable, it would really speed up the stupid Skullcrown teams. Oof. That was close-ish. If he dies and you have enough bombs to kill you, then he gets the win. Like if you have enough bombs on you to kill your whole team, then you actually lose. Wow, that is attacking Mithrala. Honestly, usually Magnar would probably have killed her even if she's resisting all the buff strips. He might kill her now because she doesn't have the... Oh. There we go. He still bopped her. We'll just risk it for Rotos. If Magnar gets a weak hit or really unlucky and gets a double weak hit, then Rotos for sure won't go down, but oof. Ooh. Easy now. And that's a wrap. Let's see, I believe I have somebody possibly messaging me in Discord about the stream. I did not say. Rogue, no problem. I've had my fair share of technical difficulties today as well. I am not going to go for him, and I'll explain why in just 1 minute. I actually had somebody, I'm trying to see if I can get him in this live chat, but somebody asked from my Discord about Magnar's stats. So I'm going to show Magnar's build. So Savage and Cruel, which is awesome for him. Unfortunately, there's no like Cruel. So the Cruel set doesn't, I'm sure everyone watching this knows that Magnar is an HP based nuker, so Cruel is there for the extra 5% ignoring of enemy defense. The attack doesn't help him in any way at all. Like, he doesn't even have any skills based on attack or with damage based on attack. But here you go. Migrate Hall is, I believe, crits are maxed for Spirit, but HP is not maxed at all. So he's going to get closer to, I think by the end of it, 76-ish thousand. So plus glyphs, hopefully before too long, he'll be at about 80k. So yeah, basically important stats with it. The defense is, I don't even think that was a factor in the build. 2000 is not the absolute lowest, but you don't really build around that for an HP nuker. 70,000 is pretty good. 248 crit damage is quite good just because he can't have any of my best gear really. And then for him as an arena nuker, resistance and accuracy don't matter, I guess, unless you're building a resistance build, which this is clearly not. But I got a really good banner for him, so that definitely helped. Freaking triple. What would that be? That's like 3% away from a max. So with the glyph, it's almost a max triple, and then get a little bit of speed. Again, the attack's irrelevant, but it's as a 6-star HP banner with triple HP substat is pretty good. So okay, so Rogue. Here's the thing, the average has been probably, well, I won't say an actual average because the math would make it like, you know, a weird number of shards and maybe a fractional shard, but most of the void guaranteed champions have been 90 voids. And then Turvold, who is, I guess, not the flashiest or sexiest void legendary, but quite a good single target damage dealer and very good in clan bosses, was 80. This guy's 110. And here's the thing. I don't know for anybody watching like how much testing you guys have seen, but pretty much I don't have any test server access, obviously, because this is my first video on the Raid YouTube. But his kit looks really neat. He has a lot of cool kind of unique aspects to being a defensive nuker, but he doesn't hit well at all. He actually hits surprisingly kind of weak. And in addition to hitting weak, he doesn't really seem to have any way you could set him up, which, I mean, the meta for Arena seems to be moving away from setup heavy champions anyway, but there's not really a way to set him up to do like a lot more damage either. He doesn't have a, you know, a partner, a duo, nothing. So as cool as his skills seem to be, 110 for somebody that's like probably not even necessarily worth it unless they get buffed is a no-go from me. And as you can see, I was trying to save up. 80's on the lower side. Most of the really good people that they've done have been 90, but I don't buy shards, so that was about the best I could do. But I am going to pull probably pretty soon, actually. I'm going to pull a bunch of shards. We can do these now, actually. See if we get anybody else join in the next couple minutes for the shard pull. Okay, so let's see what we get. I already have a 4-star for Fellhound, and I really don't even know what to Awaken Fellhound 4 because pretty much all Fellhound does for me and probably for most players that aren't at the very, very beginning is super fast campaign farmer. So he really doesn't need any blessings, but that's definitely useless because I already have like a 3 or 4 star. There's not really many blues other than Cold Heart that I want to see, and that's kind of par for the course when you're pulling these little ones, but we at least want to see epics, really. Terrible. Especially for me. I actually got a 6 star for Headsman, and he's so bad that I think I just sold it or like held on to it. Who knows why, because I really can't use it. Oh, here we go. Don't have that champion. 1 star soul. I might hold on to it for a bit. I have a 3 star for Lamb, so that one's gonna get sold. Might be a 4 star. Okay. Way! Okay. That's kind of cool because I do have this champion. Just got him. And 4 star is not bad from... I don't know that this is definitely not like the top of my list for who to get souls for, but I mean, it's the little ones. So a 4 star is nice, and for someone that actually could be useful and that I do have is also nice. Where is it? Right there. But he's not ascended, so we can't awaken him yet. I think I'm going to run... Trying to decide. I definitely will pull these shards. I don't really know. I can't buy any, but I might gem ancients depending. But I'm going to run a few arena battles again real quick. Actually, no, we'll wait the 5 minutes. Okay, so I guess I'm going to open... Actually, no, I need to update my RSL helper. Let me see if I can get that updated real quick so I can have my shard tracker working. Oh, actually, okay. Let me switch to this scene and close raid. Bear with me for 1 sec. It's just gonna, I think, disappear off the screen. Yeah, and then I will try to update RSL helper. That should not take long. Yeah, we're already running through it. Sorry about that, guys. It looks like either already or in the immediate future the stream is going to cut out for a sec. I think OBS did not like me downloading that while streaming. Oh, all of that, and what the hell? Let me see, hold on. No. Oh well, we're just gonna have to go without the shard to keep manual track of the shards. Let me switch my scene back. Okay. Because I did all that and RSL is not opening. Alright. Let's go in for these first. Hope. There's like 3 girls that look like this in Sacred Order, and I think she's the best one because she has a... Yeah, books to a 75% chance of removing all buffs. Gold will be sweet. It's alright. Oh my goodness, that's like my 7th Cornelia. So let's see if I can make a bit of room. So we can pull some voids. Let's do these blues because I have like next to no brews for blues left, I believe. Let's see, that gives us about 9. How much vault space? Oh, we're working with a lot of vault space, so let's take advantage of that. Put a bunch of spare legendaries in the vault. How many is that? 13? Oh goodness, those are very close to 16. I think we'll start with that. Got 15 spaces now. Now I'm very close to Mercy, so need to keep track of the shards pulled, but there's a high likelihood I pull a Void Legendary here. I don't know why I'm nervous. Probably should not do 10 pulls either. So many seers. Let's do one at a time. Add to the suspense. That's a lot of renegades too, but she's a rare, so it's to be expected, I guess. Gonna go to 4 more and then take a pause. I believe we're gonna have to make more room anyway. I will say, see if I can manifest, speak it into existence, that I would love a Chagor. He's on a 10 times. One more. Give me the gold. It's alright, I probably will pull a few more. Thanks, bro. Bro Joe is chatting at me in the Discord because he's watching from console and doesn't have access to the live chat. Yeah, I've got quite a roster just from grinding the game for now almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years in January-ish, I believe. So I think what I'm going to do, because I never have enough space, because I don't want to spend gems on making more space, is hopefully entertain somebody running a couple of these to get my food that are in here with Venomage and Leorius. Once they're 330, then we can feed a bunch of champions to them and make some more space that way. I don't like to burn anything over an occasional 2-star for XP. And I definitely am not burning 3-star voids. Voids are a good one for food when it does come time to pull void shards, because I usually have the most. Alright, see ya, Rogue. I usually have the most void brews for topping them off or adding those extra little bits of levels and XP for champion training events and such. Thanks for stopping by, Rogue. Have a good night. Also, I'm still working on getting some of my stuff in order, so I don't have a power supply for the camera. So it could cut out at any point. I do have a scene with no camera, but obviously the point is to try to keep the camera on as long as possible. I had it full charge at the beginning of the stream, but I'm not really familiar with how long the battery lasts while streaming. So if it cuts out, I apologize. Hopefully it will not. Brojo, you had close to 800 what? This is interesting. I've not done this before, but hell, I don't mind doing something weird. Checking chat in the Discord and chat on the YouTube stream works for me. You said you had 800 before Hero's Path. I assume you mean food or brew. Oh, probably brews, yeah. Yep. Oh, I had a lot more. I probably have a lot still, but yeah. I did get Tatura. Did you get Tatura? Tatura from the Hero's Path? Also, Bro Joe, I don't know if you were in here when I mentioned it, and it's in the chat, but you may not even be able to see the live chat. I don't know if my audio is set up correctly, so if something seems like it's glaringly in need of being addressed, let me know. I will be listening back to the recording and trying to improve things as I go. Nice. Yeah, it took quite a bit of grind for me, especially given what I was doing in real life and struggling to find the time, but I did get the champion from the Hero's Path. Alright, that was not enough, but I want to go in and sort out some of this gear real quick. Okay. I mean, that's not the worst rare 6-star gauntlet I've ever seen. That's not great. Looking for a roll on speed. If not, it's gone. It's gone. Especially for a, I think mid on a 5-star, which is low on a 6-star starting roll on most of those stats. So it wasn't an incredibly promising seeming piece from the beginning. Actually, we really don't need that. That's wishful thinking. I've gotten significantly harder on gear lately. Now this is a really good set for Hydra, so I'm gonna see if I can get speed. Okay, double speed please. Awesome. 16. I'll actually keep that. Just don't have enough reflex gear to feel good about getting rid of that right now. This one I really wanted to hit crit rate. Sweet. Hit it again please. Oh my. Third time? That's alright. That's still pretty damn good. Especially given the set it's in, it's not too terrible for it to get a roll on HP percentage. Let's see. You keep an offense set piece for speed. Those are some good 6-stars, by the way. Catching up on your chat, Bro Joe. Okay, good. It sounds good. I did do some testing earlier, but sometimes it's hard when you're testing because you're thinking about the fact that you're testing. It's better to just catch it naturally and rewatch the recordings. Oh wow, I did burn some sacreds, but I wasn't really saving sacreds. Let's see, you said you'd keep an offense set piece for speed. I'm confused about that. Can you clarify that for me? An offense set piece for speed. I'm not sure what you mean there. Sorry. Oh my god, did I really don't want to. If this is what you meant, that's not a keep. That's just leftover from me probably last night farming Ice Golem for the Ice Golem tournament. I really hope I didn't like leave a whole batch of just new and somehow get rid of the notification and now I have like level nothing pieces sitting here. I don't think so. I think it was like that one piece. Okay, so yeah, that was the crit rate set. I would if I rolled speed, I would see if it doubled speed. It would have to triple speed for me to keep it, but yeah, I would hold on to it for a minute if it tripled speed. It's kind of like I tend to like I don't want to say be a hoarder because I've gotten better over time, but I tend to keep pieces that are on the fence when I should probably just get rid of them. And maybe to be honest, if I weren't thinking about it so optimistically, then I wouldn't consider them on the fence. But like that one seems like it could have some utility if it triple rolled speed. But the thing is, if it low rolls or if all three of like it triple rolling speed is a low chance to begin with. But if it triple rolled speed and any of them were low rolls, I'm just like getting rid of it. But there's a chance you could get high rolls, in which case it would be a decent amount of speed. But like to be fair, like kind of what you're insinuating, that's probably wishful thinking to keep that piece. But as you saw, it did not roll speed, so it was immediately gone. All right, Summon Rush. Oh, wow, I got a lot of points. I know the Sacreds are a good amount of points, but I guess the Voids too. Oh, an Immortal Soulstone. That's awesome. Okay. All right, so let's stay on track. Level 28. Let's run a little bit of this. I love Venomage. I have Leorius here because this first wave is a pain because this champion here and this champion here both cleanse and put counterattacks, so it just really slows her down. They don't come anywhere close to killing her, but they slow it down quite a bit. And he actually helps because it is possible for her to die. It's bizarre to me that these champions hit so hard that they can be weak affinity, and if like 2 of them crit in a row, which seems to happen way more often than it should, then she could die. So it's just not worth it, like for the first wave to be so slow and then the second wave to have a chance of killing Venomage, but she solos the boss with ease once she gets there. Yeah, that could be true about Voids being the best bang for your buck because they are quite a bit easier to get. They're definitely much harder than Ancients, but they're quite a bit easier to get than Sacreds, so that's probably valid. And going back, I don't like to leave messages, especially when it's, there's enough time with few chats to revisit stuff. Where you said you was curious if you're being harsh on your gear. Being harsh on your gear is good. I just have always been looking for doubles. So doubles would need to be a better set, better piece, meaning like the piece itself, the quality of the rolls before you even roll it are very like synergistic, and the set is valuable. So like for example, I'm not really, especially now, I'm not really rolling like a 5-star rare helmet in that set to see if it gets a double speed. That one was a legendary, if I remember correctly, so it did have the chance, very small, to like quad speed, and that's probably an example of me just like doing something out of habit that wasn't the most logical thing, because at where I am now, a 5-star crit rate helmet is probably not worth it. Now, even if it quad rolled speed, average rolls, it's probably not going to make it into a build for me. But earlier in the game, I spent a lot of time looking for triples and quads, and even though I outgrew some of the low roll triples, I think that helped my account, because I'm not sure, I don't have exposure to hundreds of raid players, but I do talk to people, and I have some friends and brothers that play, and I've been able to build people fast, I think, pretty early in the life of my account, and I think that comes from looking for doubles and triples. So yeah, I'll show you my at 1,400 pieces of gear. I'll show you mine, so you can see that I'm pretty freaking full as well. What do you mean here? Oh, nice. Physics is super good. I like used her situationally throughout kind of the progression of my account. I think given worse pulls, I would have used her more because she's an excellent champion. But that's pretty cool. I also have 2 of her now because I pulled. Yeah, that was my first Void Legendary, which that is kind of like because you're going to get her. It's a little disappointing, but you said right here I still struggle with 20, so it makes sense that, and I don't understand the last part. Same unit. Compulator would be tough. Okay, well, let's address that in the chat real quick. See if I can block them. No, I'm not sure how to block them. There we go. I believe that did it. Let me get another ice golem going. Yeah, I probably will do, okay, one more attack, perfect. I probably will do some gear cleanse stuff and maybe even feature some accounts that are not as progressed as mine if I can get some people who are interested. Yeah, composition, I got you. So the wave you ran was the same as on 20. This is 20. I'm running Ice Golem 20 now. Is that, were you thinking I was running 25 or something different? And I will address the Bommel question. I just, with the delay on the stream, I don't want to ask multiple questions at once. Yeah, no, 25 is blue, I think, blue affinity. But yeah, this is just vicious because even at my level with, I mean, my Venomage is not the most insane Venomage because when you don't really spend money, you just can't build so many champions extreme. But the Terror Beasts and the Raiders, and then it's a Drake, like all 5 of those champions hit really hard. And they're obviously, they have high attack stats because they're on 20, which used to be the top dungeon, and they're, for whatever reason, they seem to crit more often than I'm used to. So when they crit, she just, to get the accuracy and the speed and the defense and the HP and the resistance all on Venomage, with trying not to give her like my best regen gear because she doesn't really work for me in Dragon. It's just like they start cutting into her health, and sometimes she gets low enough that she doesn't take enough turns to heal enough, and then she dies. And I'm just not looking for like an 80% solo. I'm looking for 100% as much as possible. I don't think this one can fail. I think with Leorius, I don't think it can fail. And it takes it to like, even when she doesn't die, so maybe let's just say I boosted her stats a bit and she couldn't die, or it was like 99% chance from the on the second wave that hits her pretty hard, it adds like a minute and a half. No, it really adds like 2 minutes when she has to take down the first wave by herself. Because of what this set is, I'm going to keep that piece and just see how it rolls. So let me see. Okay, yeah. I would love to kind of go through. Sorry, I'm reading too many things at one time. So I'd love to go through you know, mid-game or acquaintances, friends accounts that want to participate. That would, you know, help me and help you guys hopefully. But are you saying 80% win rate on 20 or 80% win rate on Bommel 90? Because I'll move on to Bommel 90 now after we pull these shards. I'm distracting myself because I like to do those. All right, here we go. Let's do, imagine doing the freaking fusion feeding one on accident. Jesus Christ. So hard stuck on Bomber 90, Ice Golem 20. Yeah. The Ice Golem is an interesting dungeon. It just really is. Like, you can pull one or two champions that make it a cakewalk, or you can be like most people and have that be one of the slightly more complicated bosses, just because the mechanics versus Sage. I mean, Fire Knight has very specific mechanics, but once you counter those mechanics, Fire Knight becomes fairly easy. It's just gear intensive. You have to make sure that you can keep builds on certain champions for Fire Knight. But Ice Golem is like Dragon, especially once you get to a certain point in the progression of your account, you can just kind of do Dragon a variety of different ways. But Ice Golem, I think soloing is a really, really good option because the boss is the problem for most teams. So if you have a team, like I did a team for some Ice Golem tournament that needed specific factions, and I just got people to the boss, let them die. It was like a bunch of attack champions to just get through the waves quickly, and then Venomage solo the boss. That's kind of the strat, I think. Nice. I'm seeing your team now. I have my Discord window where I can see it a little quicker now. So I actually, Brojo, I'm gonna do hard Doom Tower. I'm trying to think. Obviously, stuff for hard Doom Tower is, if you know the game, you can apply it to lower Doom Tower, and just kind of lessen the stats. Usually the biggest difference is a lot less accuracy is needed, a good amount less resistance, although resistance is funky the way it works. You don't get that much resistance. You can usually do with quite a bit less accuracy. And then while you always want speedy support champions, you can lower the speed requirements a decent amount for bosses on normal versus hard. But I wanted to do a champion, a boss like series, if you will, for Doom Tower bosses, for trying to work through some of the bosses. And it may be interesting, and hopefully it's interesting and helpful for people, but I was going to start with Bommel because Bommel 90 seems to be a hard one. I'll show you the team that I beat with. Yeah, tomorrow I'll be able to get that Sacred because I don't think I'll have trouble beating this boss, but we'll see. But this is the I beat it with this team. And this Vogoth is 550, not ascended, with barely any gear on. Like, look. I believe Vogoth is in here. Just a ring and boots. And I would say it was probably dicey. I've only run it once, and it won on the first try, so I don't even know what the percentage is. I did manual it because I don't think a lot of people farm Bommel 90, and the people who do won't need that video or be asking the question you asked. No, he can't. So he can't. Okay. For what I did, I don't know. Like, that's the fair answer, is that I know this worked on manual. I can show my builds in the video when I get a chance to make it. And obviously, I'm not withholding it. If you wanted to see someone's specific build, you could. This Duchess is built fairly well, high resistance. Geo is built fairly well in reflex. And Mother Cybele is one that people could have if they do all the fusions, but also, this is a 2 legendary team. I believe Rector Drath, like a beefy Rector Drath, could go in here to give you some protection from the Veil and some extra heals, but I think Duchess, for me, is really more in as a reviver that does block debuffs, even more so than Veil. The Veil helps because Bommel does hit you with AoE hits that the raw damage of the hit, not the bombs, actually does hurt. But this Vogoth is built a little bit better. I would say your best option, like maybe you could sub a Sky Touch Shaman who's a Void Epic from the Barbarian faction in here, but I don't know what her build would look like exactly, or what speed or what order in the team she would need to go. Another option is this champion. I don't know if you've heard of him because he's quite valuable for a rare, but he's also talked about in Bommel because free-to-play accounts and whatnot can use him. He's strong affinity to Bommel, so Bommel will be weak hitting him, but I think it's this passive, yeah. Both of his passives, but this passive especially books to a 1-turn cooldown, so just once a turn, I guess. When attacked, heals all allies equal to the amount of damage taken. It does not work on bosses. Okay. That can't be right. Maybe it is. Okay. So I'm sorry. That is a useful passive. I don't know if it always said this. I don't remember him getting nerfed, but yeah, fair enough. There you go. That might be it. It might be that if the boss were to whack him with the actual hit, then it won't work. But the bombs that are placed on as a debuff, he'll heal him to the amount of damage taken. But even so, this is fairly, like, if you have a revive on death, which is the comp that I was using with Mother Cybele, or just a champion that can revive in your team, then he revives a person when he's killed. So that's still a useful mechanic in Bommel, because Bommel 90 will, like, and I'm doing it on hard, but like, it's no joke on normal either, especially for accounts that's kind of their challenge right now. He smacks the shit out of you. But anyway, so let's see about, really not that much space. Let's see what we're working with. Get us a couple more space this way. I'm going to put the fusion champions in. I really wish you could flip this the way you can flip in the tavern. Let's see, where's the fusion champion? There's not 2 spaces. Are you kidding me? Okay, fine. Master Vault then. And then if I move 3 more people, we'll just move some 1-stars for now. Then I have 20 spots. I don't think I'll be pulling any more voids than that. I might not pull that many, but we'll pull a few more. All right, let me just make sure that the stream is looking like it should. All right. I'm actually like getting slightly nervous because I could pull a legendary anytime now. I believe I'm in Mercy, just not at the end of it. Come on now, let me get a legendary within these 5. I don't want to burn too many voids because I do want to save up for the next guaranteed that hopefully, I mean, I don't know how it could be worse than this guy as far as I'm concerned. At least he's from the new faction, so that's cool. It's like my, I don't know, 7th Madame Saris. Two more and I'm going to fight. Oh. No way! That... I did. I manifested it. Let's fucking go. That's amazing. That's awesome. Oh my god. Like, oh, that's cool. That's dope. The crazy part is, too, is that I really don't care at all and have only, for lulz, attacked the first stage of the Sand Devil's Necropolis, but he's super good from what I understand of his kit, and like the consensus is he's super good for farming the top stage of the Necropolis. So for now, I'm annoyed by that dungeon. I'm not even attempting Artifact Ascension, but if that were to ever change, he's an awesome champion to have on the account. That's sick. That's sick. Okay, so I need to write this down, maybe on my phone, that I had 80, so I pulled 19. Got Chogor on the 19th. Started, one sec, started with 80. That's crazy that it's him though, because like the 10 times, I don't know. That's sick. Okay. Got it. That's dope. I gotta take the, what's his best angle? Probably just like right there. I take the mandatory screenshot for the Discord. That's dope. So I believe that we're good. I'm pretty sure we're probably I do want to see how far I went though, because there's some other rewards I'm interested here. Oh, I'm not quite at the epic. We're gonna YOLO some of these because they're quite a bit less valuable. Sorry, ancients. Maybe get lucky with the 10 times. I doubt it, but it will be points, and there are some sacred and ancient 10 times champions that would be cool to get if I got lucky. It's gonna be all straight blues, isn't it? One more. You know, raid. Feel free to throw a gold in there. Not 2 in one night. That is sick. I'm very happy to have that champion. I've wanted that champion for a long time. And I did say earlier on stream that that would be cool to pull him. See if I could, like, nudge the universe. I think it worked. Still didn't even... It's so bad. Alright, let's pull 1. Get an even 50. And pulling the 1 give us a few more points toward the... How much do we need now? Probably just a sliver. 49.25, 4,800. So I'll probably just hold off and see what I get from Clan Boss. If like I'll pull another Sacred or something and get, yeah. And I might pull a bunch of greens later, because I would like to get like a legendary book, or what was the next reward? Yeah, legendary book will be awesome. 5-star chicken, don't care about as much, but if I don't know, got a double sacred or something lucky tomorrow, then I might try to push for that second legendary book. And may as well pull this too. Come on now. Dude. She's a useful rare, but not really for me anymore, and I just don't want to see rares out of this. That sucks. I kind of wish these couldn't pull rares. I know these can't, but this is so much more realistic for players to get. Looks like a sexy ass poker. Hey, Variant. Sorry, I've got a bunch of windows on one monitor, so I might have let your chat sit there for a minute. Thanks for pulling up. Yeah, if you are talking about Chagor, he is... I like him a lot. I think he looks dope. And he's got, for people who are familiar with Raid, he's got a really unique kit. He's a feisty bugger. So let's see. It's probably going to about wrap it up for me for this first stream. I was going to go, I don't know why I did that. I haven't done normal yet, but I was going to go see what team I beat. I can let you know though, Brojo, once I beat hard Doom Tower, and then I go over to normal and see if I had like an easier to assemble team or something on the on Bommel 90 for normal. But I can't see it right now because I forgot. I haven't gone up high enough in normal Doom Tower to be able to view that team. So yeah. Sounds good. But anyway, thank you. Thanks for chatting it up, Brojo. Appreciate everybody who stopped by. Don't forget, if you want to follow me, don't forget to sub to the channel. YouTube has just improved their algorithm, so you know, ring that bell so you can get all the notifications. But I gotta move on to something else. Getting a little bit late here, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the stream, and I'll be sure to be having more. And look for YouTube videos because I'm gonna be putting up videos. I'm definitely gonna put up as many of those as I can, and then kind of stream occasionally, and hopefully the streams will be useful for people, not just random stuff. I'm going to try to do things like the gear cleanses and maybe, you know, help people that are struggling with like you mentioned, with Doom Tower bosses and whatnot. So yeah, man, thanks again, guys. I will peace out.